Howdy mates, good morning. Here's my second video log visiting the big Darby Headwaters Nature Preserve. So, right now, I'm basically at the end of the trail. It's basically in and out. So, here is a sign that talks about Gary Janeshig, who was actually the man who donated this land to the Nature Conservancy. You could say that he was very passionate in his work, and it just tells you the type of work that he was involved in. He was definitely a lover of Mother Nature. So we can thank him for allowing basically this whole restoration project to become possible. So here it just talks about the diversity of life that is within these tributaries and the Big Darby Creek. So here's an example of a blue, what do they call it? Yeah, blue breast darter. You don't get to see those very often. And along with that, yeah, essentially the whole stream is about 80 miles long. And so it starts here in Logan County near East Liberty, and it goes all the way to Circleville, which then feeds into the Scioto River. And Circleville is actually close to Chillicothe, which I went to a couple of months ago. But yeah, basically here it gives you a list of different animals that you can find here. So essentially, the main purpose of the restoration project taking place in this area is, well, prior to the restoration project beginning in 2007, essentially this area just had like ditches, unnatural ditches. So they were like unnaturally deep, more prone to erosion, and the water quality was a bit poor. But with the project that took about 4 years to complete, they wanted to make sure that there was a proper floodplain. And common characteristic of a floodplain is you have a meandering stream and there's no large depth, like it gradually drops off. And actually, this sign right up here provides you more of those details. Yeah, there we go. So you guys, as I said, are more than welcome to pause the video if you want. But yeah, it's just amazing like how this was a national effort. Because as it states here, both the Ohio EPA and the United States EPA was involved in this project. So there was a lot going on here. And here it just tells you about the overall project, how long it took, the outcomes. So this was a big project. Yeah, here gives you a better idea, like a visualization. So this is how it was, but then after restoration, this is what you get. So yeah, you have more varieties of trees. You're helping to filter pollutants. This is how floodplains are supposed to be, naturally. But yeah, amazing. I would highly recommend coming out here. Absolutely. It's pretty small. I mean, it's not too big, but you get to learn quite a bit while you're on this trail. Very interpretive, as I like to call it. So it's just good to see that Big Darby Creek is getting the recognition that it deserves, considering that it's one of the most unique streams in the state of Ohio. And essentially, Big Darby Creek has a watershed too underneath the ground. So that's how you're getting all of these cold springs and tributaries as we see right ahead of us. So alright, thought I would share that with you guys. Hope you learned something about the preserve itself. Definitely worth the time. I mean, it took me about 45 minutes from where I am, but so far though, my visit has been excellent. So, alright, hope all of you enjoy your Thursday, and Darby on a Journey is out. Take care.